What's up, guys? It's your boy Wings of Redemption. Let's go ahead and do a video basically about how to get started on DayZ, what you should look for, what you should avoid, and all that wonderful stuff. We're basically loading in right now. This right here is sometimes the hardest part about DayZ. Alright, it should ask us to pick a character, male or female. We're going to go ahead and start with this selection as soon as it loads up. Alright, please select your gender, male or female. So the pros and cons are male or female. Male generally is what most people will pick. Almost 95% of everybody that you meet on the server will be male. Female is the other 5%, and there's only one really look to it. Male, you can be black, Asian, or white, or variations of white. So all your customization is here, but everybody looks the same when you select this right here. Whereas the female, they have a different way they look, and let's go ahead and talk about that. Okay, so females, when you look different, when you're playing with a set group, it makes you easier to spot, so there's less chance you're going to get shot by someone else. But it also has a double-edged sword. Since you're easier to see because there's so few of you, it also makes you easier to track if somebody's coming after you PvP. And another thing of the female's good is they have a smaller body dynamic, so they're harder to hit. Whereas male, you're harder to track because everybody looks like you and it's hard to decipher who's who. But you have more customization options. I'm going to select male because most people always complain that I pick girl. Okay. When you come up, the first thing you want to look to is at the bottom right hand of your screen. Alright, it says Chernus Airstrip Day 0. Okay. That is important information. Why is that important information? Because it lets you know where you are. There's going to be a map, which I'm going to show right about here. If you look at this map, it's 210 square miles. And it takes 45 minutes to go from the coast to the top of the map, running straight. So this is a big area. And if you don't know where you're at, because that's the only time they're going to tell you where you're at. If you don't know where you're at, you're going to fucking get fucked up. It said the airstrip, so I know I'm near Balota on the map. Right there's Balota. To my right. I got lucky I got a town spawn. So what I want to do, alright, this is WASD running. If you double tap shift, you toggle walk, double tap shift again to toggle run. So running and crouching, like if you press X, you can crouch. You notice, you see the ear and the eye thing on the right side of the screen. And notice the ear is 0 because I'm making no sound. The eye is 2 visibility. Let's say I go prone. The eye goes down to 1 visibility. Did you see that? Just like that right there. But I've played this game a while. I know my boundaries. I know how to lose zombies. So I'm just going to run full out. If you want to like sneak around and kill zombies silently, stuff like the compound crossbow, the hatchet, silenced weapons are very good for that kind of thing. But like, keep in mind, silenced weapons generally don't have a lot of kick to them. They're very bad for PvP, and PvP is an element to this game, as you'll see here, because I am going to try to attempt to go into Cherno, and I might die, especially now since I started a new character. But PvP is a large part of this game. It's something you can't neglect. There's people that don't want to go get stuff in the higher northern areas, and they want to take your stuff that you earned. As you can see right over there, that's Cherno. Actually, we might have spawned at Cherno. I think we spawned at the very edge of Cherno here. Alright. What you want to first look for and identify is the type of houses that you can enter. Generally, you'll kind of realize what they are. Fire stations all look alike. Shopping centers all look alike. And like there's big square houses that look alike. And you'll eventually learn what houses have loot in, because not everybody has loot in. Loot comes in 4 different varieties. There's residential, which are houses. There's military spawns, which are stuff like fire stations, hospitals, and deer stands and barracks or medical tents. And then there's farms where you're going to get most of your starting guns at. Most people that start out this game are going to start somewhere near a farm, Farms carry shotguns and rifles from the Winnie to the CZ 550 to the double barrel to the M1040 to the Remington 870. Those are basically your first starting things. They also carry pistols. Residentials generally will carry pistols and light rifles like the Lee Enfield's far from a light rifle. As you can see right there's a survivor right there, but he's doing something. I don't know, being dumb. As you see, his buddy's over there dead, so he's probably sitting there waiting for his buddy to come back so they can play together. But if he had a gun, that might have been my ass right there, and there's nothing I could have done about it. Alright, we got our first zombie out here on the left. Look how quick the zombie jumps onto you. Alright, you see those? This is Chernogorski. This is one of the two main cities. Oh. Alright, let's see. That's shots fired. Now I gotta determine if those shots are friendly or not. 95% of the time, shots are not friendly. Not friendly. And the fact is, I have a zombie train behind me, makes me a huge target for people that want to PK me. And don't get me wrong, there's people that make a living just PKing people that have nothing but painkillers and stuff on. And like I myself have done it as well. What it basically does is you have a murder count, and you go with your friends and you basically see how many murders you can get. And people like me right now, that's easy targets, because even now when I have nothing, there's something to lose, because I got lucky on this spawn. Sometimes you might spawn in Solnichnia or other like places way the fuck off the side of the map, and there's really long walks. Basically, you lose a lot of time. So this is an orange house. I know this orange house is automatically loot. There's a bunch of orange houses that look like this. You basically want to roll through them, see if you can find a Makarov of some sort. There's a crossbow right there. Let's go and take the compound crossbow. Alright, this gives me some form of zombie protection. Oh! That could be fucked up. Alright, let's see if we can beat a zombie here. I'm not very good with the crossbow. There's some binocs. Alright, let's go and get out of here. Crossbows do 3,555 damage, which is pretty high, but zombies have 4,000 health, so you can't body shot them. You have to headshot them. As you can see right there, sometimes headshotting with a slow weapon that's very silent, it's kind of hard to do. So we're going to go ahead and move on. And Cherno, you want to watch out, because you see like these towers right here. That is optimal sniper area. Some people like to sit on them and snipe. Don't worry about how fast zombies seem to be, because zombies actually are really, really slow. Because the game is coded in so zombies can't outrun you. And if they're in buildings, they have to walk. Let's see, like I really want this 8. I really want this 8 slug. I just want to set myself up so I can not give my back up to zombies. Okay. So if you go into a building, you can very easily lose zombies. Some more gear. There's a 1911 mag, a Makarov mag, 2 sodas. Let's go and get the sodas. All right, let's go ahead and get out of here. We're still looking. We still got to find a weapon. The premium spots for weapons are generally the premium spots to find other players too. So I could easily go to the medical tents, but there's a hospital type building next to the medical tents that are going to be loaded to the brim with possible player killers. So you got to understand that and know that the high good weapon areas are generally going to be areas that are going to be just... There's a hunting knife. Hatchet, 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 hatchet. Let's get the hatchet. Let's get the hatchet. Oh. Take hatchet. We're gonna move from tool belt. Let's go ahead and drop the crossbow. Alright, you gotta reload the hatchet. If you see the 0-1, make sure you reload the hatchet. Alright, hatchet now is 10,000. There's a toolbox. Toolboxes are good for like taking out barriers. And we have a hunting knife. And 2 things of painkiller. You don't need the MP5K mags. It's like you hardly ever find that. But you see on our inventory, we have the 12 slots over there next to the hatchet. Then we have 8 slots next to the pistol icon. And we have another 10 slots in the tools. What that means, like, damn, there's 2 hatchets here. So what's over here? I'm picking up ammo in case I find a gun. I'll drop it accordingly. AKM mag, that's a possible find, so we'll go and pick that up. Alright, see, I could either choose to fight the zombie or I can run by him. If I fight the zombie, I get a zombie kill. But if I run by him, since he's really slow in here, I conserve life. Alright, so we got a hatchet, so we're moving on. Alright, with the information we know the orange buildings are inoperable. And we know that the medical tents are going to get us fucked up. Alright. That building down to the left is inoperable, but right here's the sniper tower thing. So you want to kind of do the ASD thing. You want to kind of like stay zigzagging when you're in an area that you know might be sniper friendly. I know from experience that Town Hall is one of those things that could be bad, could not be bad. There we go. Let's climb up the pipe. This is actually very dangerous, and I don't suggest this unless you're very new and you have nothing to lose. This will take you all the way up on top of Town Hall. Have some binocs. It doesn't look like there's any snipers up in this server. And this is an area that zombies can't come. Can of beans, that's important because if you see over there, there's a temperature, a water gauge, and a food gauge. So you're going to eventually have to eat beans or you'll starve to death. More bandages. See all these loose cans and stuff? They're not useless. Oh, look at this. Oh, right. See right here. Boom. Got a Makarov. I got a bunch of Makarov mags. So it's going to drop magazines first. But we need some semblance of bandages, so we can't drop too many of mags because bandages go there as well. Let's take the 2-round pellet shot. I want to show you this as well. We'll do it right here, so you can save yourself some time. I said we want to pick up this in the Makarov mag. Click our Coyote backpack, open backpack. There we go. We put it right in our backpack. We're going to do the same thing here. We're going to open our backpack. It's going to just drop what is there. We'll put another Makarov mag in it. Still looking for a primary though. Let's see, there's a Lee Enfield. Let's go and pick that up because that's a possible. Winchester's a possible. I'm picking a lot of stuff up right now that you normally wouldn't just pick up. Let me climb down the ladder. How many players are in the server? There's about 10 players in this server, so this is the kind of server you want to be in to find stuff. But keep in mind, people still troll those small servers because small servers, people are more likely to run around. If you get into a 100-man server, you might think that there's going to be a lot more action, but sometimes that's not the case. But right now, I'm armed at this point. I got a Makarov. I can defend myself if need be. And I'm doing something dumb. That's running down the middle of town. That's why I'm swerving a little bit, because this game, bullets have drop, they have trajectory, and they have time. They have distance too, just like Battlefield Bad Company. So people that are shooting a moving target is 100 times harder than anything else. You see that building over there with the windows? I know from experience that's a fire station. Fire stations are military spawn points. They carry more than just pistols. You see, I found a Makarov on top of the town hall. That's a residential. That's a military. There's a good chance military you'll find stuff like night vision goggles, bigger backpacks, and first and foremost, assault shotguns and assault rifles. So let's go ahead and go into the fire station and see what we can find. You might notice there's a very lack of zombies in town. I mean, different towns have different sets up, but like Electro is more zombie prone where Cherno isn't. Alright. See these big red doors? We can open these. Alright, dead zombie. 2 dead players. What does this tell me? It tells me that at some point in the last 30 minutes there was a firefight here. Let's see what these guys have got. These guys got bandages. Oh, there it goes. Just like that. I knew it was happening, but I thought he had moved on. You see, the lure of the military spawn will get you killed. I should have seen, as soon as I seen him, I should have just left, but he heard me walk around and he fucked me up. So now we got to start over. See, sometimes guns will give you more of a feeling than anything else. And like that really goes to show you that what we're doing isn't uncommon. And all major cities have people that just want to kill you. That's part of the game. That's part of the joy they come from. But there's other stuff I got to teach you still, so stay with me. It's not like we're going to redo all that. Let's see where we spawn in at. Alright, let's pick male again. Alright, what do we look? We're at Pergorsk. This is right outside of Cherno again. Just go press enter on the number pad to go back to third person. That's what get. I'm sorry about that. That's in case you get really bad vertigo. So we know there's an asshole in Cherno. We know that. If I had a frag grenade, I could take care of that. So, but I'm not going to head back to Cherno right now because one, I know most of it's picked clean, but I do also know that the assholes in the fire station. So, matter of fact, I will go back to Cherno instead of that high value farm. But we know that the fire station is pretty much locked down. You see that barrier he had in front of it? Basically, that you can't vault over that. You press V to vault. And when you do that, it really fucks you up. Alright, so what we're going to do now is go to the medical tents, and I'll teach you how to use the scroll wheel. I know from experience that Cherno's to the left of me, basically from the map, which will be in the description. Use the map, keep the map on a second monitor, or keep the map somewhere that you can see it. If you don't have a second monitor, and you have a computer that's capable of a second monitor, hook up your TV and put the map on it. It's that important. Alright. There's a high value barn right here, so we're going to go into this barn. You see that red slanted roof? Barns like that are high value. That means they're going to have a lot of loot, and it's almost a guaranteed gun. Whereas you see this long barn, they don't have a high value of loot. They're medium value, so they might have a gun, they might have ammo. But we're going to go through both of them. Our goal right now, let's go ahead and crouch, is to get into the high value farm without zombies. For some reason this server has a very, very low amount of zombies. As you see, somebody's constantly killing them. Look at the number of zombie count going down. Zombies spawn in waves based off noise. There's no zombies here, so let's just go ahead and run in here. Alright. High value farmhouse. Right there, boom. Shotgun. I got a shotgun with 6 rounds. Wood you don't need. As soon as you get a hatchet, you can make wood. Wood takes up 2 slots, so don't bother picking it up. Make sure you check behind everything. But the fact is, we have a primary weapon now. Right here is ACP ammo and shotgun ammo. So let's go ahead and look. Come in here. I can tell it's ACP ammo because it was red. Like I said, take hatchet. See how it says reload pellets? There's 2 differences between a shotgun pellet and a shotgun slug. A slug is more of a player killer type thing. It's just like a rifle. It's just like shooting a Winchester, but it's a slug. It does about 7,000 damage, whereas a pellet does 2,000 damage per pellet. Slug is good for like 200 or 300 meters, whereas pellets are good for 40 meters. We went up here, so we got to go up the other one. You also want to be very careful with stairs. You don't want to fall off the stairs because you can very easily break your leg. Alright, we've checked back here. Need to go up here. Check back. Alright, there's ACP ammo and a Coke. Alright. Nothing, no pistols, no pistolas. There's another double barrel. See, this is the spawn that you didn't want to get, the double barrel without ammo. But there is another one here. Like I said, this is a high value spawn thing, so there's usually 1, maybe 2. I've even seen 3 guns in high value spawns. We want to reload to the pellets. The reason we're going back to the pellets is because, 1, shotgun pellets are very silent compared to slugs. Slugs have a lot more bang to them. And when we're killing zombies, we don't want a lot of bang. You know, zombie killing is usually in close range, so we want something that spreads a lot. So we just don't miss. Because if you look right here, double barrel has bad iron sights, but it's got a lot of killing potential. As you can hear right behind us, zombies have to walk when they're inside. They have to do it. Sometimes they'll glitch out, and you can look up, but for the most part, alright. Painkillers, open bag. Like, we could waste ammo on that zombie, but let's not. Let's go ahead and go to the medical tent. This is just setting up. Once you basically, if you're going to play the game to survive and not the player kill, let's not cross the bridge. Let's go down the other way. To survive, there's a couple things that you're going to want. You're going to want matches, a hunting knife, and a hatchet. And a compass, most likely, if you're going to go anywhere on the map. Compasses are key for that. Watch is cool, but it's not very important. So those are the 3 things you need. And you also need some type of weapon to defend yourself from zombies. Alright, we're about to go into another area that's really, really high populated when it comes to things. We could actually go back and try to kill the guy at the firehouse, but he has such an advantage on us. The only way you're going to kill him is by taking a higher, stance than him. And we could do that if we wanted to. Like, I could easily climb those towers over there and put this fucking, slugs in on my shotgun and get 2 or 3 good shots, because one thing about that is he is trapped too by his own little barrier. But let's go ahead and see if we can see what this military spawn right here has for us. and hopefully we don't get killed. Time to icing up. And just believe me when I say this. Shoot first, ask questions later. When you're close range, pellets is what you want. They do 2,000 damage a pellet. The double barrel shotgun shoots 2-round pellet stuff, so this could do 4,000 damage, whereas the bigger ones do 8 pellets, so they could pretty much one shot if need be. So if you find a shotgun, you want a 1070 or you're on a 1014 or 870. All right, let's go to the military spawns first. These are back 2/10 are military spawns. All right. Okay, doesn't look like there's a weapon in this one, so let's just go and check the other one out. There's a Glock 17 right there. So let's go and grab the Glock 17. Glock 17 doesn't do a whole lot of damage, but carries a lot of ammo. So it's actually rather good for zombies. Oh shit. See, now we fired a gun. There's a whole can of worms we just opened up. First time we fire a gun, you got to understand the differences of what happens. Alright, EpiPen might won't. One, that gun can be heard by anybody that wants to PK in town. Alright, see the 810 slug? Very good. Very good. Very, very good. So they heard they heard the shot. They most likely know that it came from medical tents. Just get another EpiPen. EpiPens are more for other people than yourself. Oh, I'm bleeding. I didn't notice. I didn't notice I was bleeding. When you bleed, you're going to lose lots of health. Since the server is so dead, I'm doing it outside, but I probably should have went inside of a building to do that. So see, I lost 3,000 health because I didn't notice I was bleeding. Now, since I'm a hard ass, I'm going to actually attempt to get this guy in the fucking fire station. Because, to me, he's playing like a bitch. I mean, I understand player killing, but what he's doing is just straight gay. He is camping a military spawn in hopes that he can get a cheap kill against somebody that doesn't have a weapon. Right here's right here's something good for you. It's a water bottle. You'll always want the water bottle. One thing sucks about the double barrel. Let's see if I can pick it up. There we go. Alright. That's pretty much the tutorial on how to basically do well in DayZ, and basically getting geared up and what you want to look for, what you don't want to look for. Like right now, our character is geared up. Here's some stuff I'd like to find, but I just don't have access to right now, or can't find right now. That would be stuff like the hunting knife and the matches. But that's all luck of the draw. What you got to do is you got to keep identifying the buildings that you can go into, and make sure you use a map. Maps are so key. And eventually, once you find that, you can break. Ooh. That was a Lee Enfield. Lee and Phil could be in a number of places, so we got to worry about it. Lee and Phil's kill in one shot. They do 12,300 damage. I know he wasn't shooting at me. How do I know he wasn't shooting at me? Because it didn't snap. Generally, when you snap, that's when you know they're shooting at you. But I also want to be very careful on what weapon I decide to discharge here. Oh, right here. Here we go. Open bag. I know my buddy has one of these, so I'm grabbing this for him. So when I go to play with him. Close bag. Let's grab this hunting knife. Alright, I want to be very careful at this hospital. The hospital is one area I thought... I might have already loaded my G17. Alright, I'm going to switch over. I'm going to use the scroll wheel to reload slugs. The reason we're loading slugs is because of range. And once I get into a building... Oh, right. There he is. There he is. I don't know if you've seen him, but he was on the edge of that hospital. He's there to PK. Don't get that shit twisted, dude. That's what he's there to do. Kind of hoping I could find an infield or something. Alright, this person has their pistol out. They're probably putting their infield out right now, so I'm going to switch over to pellets. Hope I don't walk into her. I got her. It's kind of hard to tell if she was going to be unfriendly or not. She didn't really shoot, but I think I startled her. But I'm jumping on this infield. I don't really need all these infield mags though. Infield carries 10 rounds. I heard the guy's footsteps. Got him. Oh yeah. Lee and Phil generally will attract a lot of zombies because it's one of the loudest weapons in the game, next to the super high-powered weapons like the Barrett. If you roll your mouse wheel, you can see all kinds of options. Mouse wheel for the win. I might look like a bandit at this point, but one, I startled, and two, that other person was laying down, so she was obviously there to PK as well. Let's go up here and see what this guy has. And then we're going to go get that guy at the firehouse. So he has a Winchester. He also has an Alice pack, which we're going to take. A water bottle. Let's open his bag. Oh! They got me. I didn't know if that was people or not, but they heard the gunshot and went off. I hope you learned something about this. I mean, that's generally the life. I basically should have, as soon as I killed that person, those two people, I should have bounced out of town, but I stayed in the area too long trying to loot somebody, and somebody else came along and fucked me up. Hope you guys have a wonderful evening.